up, you guys? I am back at it again, and today I have a little video for you. If you like a little turtle in your day, then you found the right video. So I've been living in Korea for about 3 years now. 3! And I've yet to go home. People normally like to ask me like, oh, don't you miss home? Of course not. Imagine saying you miss the state that gave birth to Florida Man.
Oh, now we gotta go?
Seriously, search your birthday plus Florida Man and you'll understand why I feel the way I feel. So today I'm going to share with you guys 7 things that I love about living in Korea that make me stay here and just love being in the atmosphere. 1, can we talk about how kind the people here can be? I swear, anytime that I look a little lost, someone is always kind to point me in the right direction. And that means a lot because I am always getting lost. Like, do you guys remember that time I went to the countryside and I got lost?
기차역이잖아요.
네.
에스컬레이터 내려가시게 되면 여기 기차역 앞에 CU 편의점 있어요.
네.
CU 편의점 옆에서 171 171번 타시고 상권으로 들어가면 매장 방이에요.
아, 알겠습니다.
네, 10분만 더 걸어가시면 메트로 티켓 끊을 수 있거든요. 네.
버스 카드 돼요?
네, 티켓 카드 됩니다.
알겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. 안녕하세요.
John, 하루차 되세요. After sweating bullets at my poor language attempts, this kind man walked over to further help me.
어디 가는 거 달라고요?
현지 앞에서요.
그래서 키스 줄 클리닉 없어요?
네네.
버스 기사한테 한번 물어봐야지.
그래요?
네, 버스 기사한테.
그렇군요. 네, 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
처음이라서 모르겠어요. Or let's talk about that one time my friend and we had arrived in Jeonju really late. All the restaurants were closed, and I mean they were closed tighter than the Illuminati files on Area 51 closed. I mean there was no food going out, but there was this one guy who kept his restaurant open just so he could feed us.
천천히 하세요, 천천히.
Look, we'd love to see it.
Like, he was so kind. 2, healthcare and medical procedures. I swear, living here, I'm always finding out about new medical procedures that I would have never known would have existed if I was still back home. Hear me out. We all have kink or sores, right? We hate those suckers. Take 2 weeks to heal. And I want to enjoy some bibimbap with the salt and vinegar chips that I was not supposed to mass order from Coupon. And that's on what? Period. But did you know that if you go to a dentist's office here in Korea, they can laser your kink or sore off? And do you want to know how much it costs? I'll wait. $36 without insurance, $14 with. Let that sink in. Everything is just so affordable. I feel comfortable being able to maintain my body's health without being scared that I'm gonna go into debt. So I have this liquor condition, I guess you can say, that needs constant maintenance. And one session back home in the States normally runs $400 to $4,000.
Electric chair.
Whereas one session in Korea is $14. Now let's think about it. One session in America could buy me a plane ticket to Korea, a hotel, and 100 sessions, and I would still have money left over to buy about like 50 to 100 kimchi sodas. So it's nice that for once in my life, I don't feel scared to go to the hospital, and I feel very free to just prevent and maintain my health rather than trying to fix issues and treat symptoms after they've gotten out of hand. So I truly appreciate how Korea puts a lot of effort and maintenance into society's healthcare system here. Number 3, transportation. Now I come from a state where we have one train and it goes up and down. up and down.
Up, down, up, down.
In order to go down the street, you need a car. But with the way that gas prices are starting to look these days, I have a feeling that people are gonna start pedaling their cars using their feet. But here in Korea, there's regular buses, there's inner city buses, there's express buses, there's trains, there's bullet trains, there's subways that have subway. I'm looking at you, one. You could easily have 10 different routes to get from point A to B. And once you're more accustomed with the bus and the subway and the train system here, you'll find even quicker ways to get to the places where you need to go. I like to call them secret routes. Let's also add that the buses and trains here tend to come very frequently and sometimes even early. So I like to say if you are on time, you're most likely already late for the bus. And on top of that, the buses and the trains normally have free Wi-Fi as well as sometimes ports where you can charge your phone. And this is perfect on days where you forgot to charge your phone because you were binge watching Extraordinary Attorney Kim on your phone all last night when you have an exam the next day. This may or may not be based on a true story.
That's suspicious.
And because transportation is just so easy and affordable, there's always something to do and somewhere to go. Which brings me to number 4. It doesn't matter what your interests or your hobbies are, there is always something to do outside. You don't believe me? See, I told you, there's always something to do outside. But seriously though, if you like painting, there's painting cafes. If you like music, there's concerts held every single week. If you like raccoons, I don't think I can help you with that. She's lying. Okay, there's Raccoon Cafe.
What?
Truly, it is hard to get bored. And I know a lot of you might be thinking you need a lot of money to do all of these things, right? But that is completely and utterly untrue. If you're low on cash, there's tons of free / low budget things that you can do. Like for example, you can go to the Han River and eat freshly cooked ramen noodles. Or you can go to a national museum and learn about Korea's rich history. Or you could even go meet Miss Squid Games at the Olympic Park for free. Don't let your money get you down. If you guys want a video about things to do in Seoul, let me know. I got you guys' back, okay? Number 5. They are very open to sharing different parts and aspects of their culture with foreigners to help them understand more about Korea as a whole, which I think is amazing because there's always things like free language classes to do. For example, there's the KIP program through the Korean government. Then there's also the Korean language courses through the Seoul Global Center. Then there's the Incheon IFES Center that has free Korean classes. And before the Panini hit, even Sungwon University had free Korean classes during the weekend. So the language is pretty much accessible here if you tend to seek out those options to learn Korean. And because of that, I've done it myself. I've met some amazing people who are also planning to make Korea their home. It's awesome to see these people thriving in this environment and like learning Korean. Another aspect of the culture that I find very interesting that Korea shares is hanbok, the traditional clothes here. So you can easily rent out a hanbok and go take pictures. And what's even cooler is that some places will let you in free if you're wearing a hanbok or give you a discount. I know that at the Gyeongbokgun Palace in Seoul, if you wear a hanbok, you can get in there for free on certain days. But please make sure you're being respectful. Don't do any things that might cause any misunderstanding. I'm keeping an eye out on you guys. Number 6. This one might be out of the ordinary, but the bathroom stall walls, I truly enjoy them. I would like to know why in America the bottom is wider than my forehead.
Hello? Are you pooping?
In addition, some places like department stores or even schools will have bidets in the bathroom. Bidets. And honestly, I used to be scared of bidets. I used to be so scared of bidets. But now I have become one with the stream. I enjoy a nice bidet session. I'm not talking about Beyonce. And of course, last but not least, lucky number 6. So what I found really interesting is many of the main foods are grown here in Korea, like main grains, rice, milks, etc. When I used to live in the countryside, a lot of the food was sourced from local farms in the area. So it was really nice to know not only where the food was coming from, but also where it was growing. You guys will be really surprised to find out about how much preservatives go into food just for aesthetic sakes. Like for example, when I first came to Korea, I refused to eat an apple because it wasn't shiny. I thought there was something wrong with that. I thought it was going rotten. And I'm like, you guys are trying to get me to eat a rotten apple? But then I later come to find out is that America actually sprays their apples with extra layers of wax as a preservative to keep the moisture in. And that's when I learned there was nothing wrong with them apples. There was something wrong with me. Also, I feel like there's an importance on having fresh hot food here. Like, can we get a round of applause for the KBBQ? I love that the food comes out to me fresh, hot, and ready to fight, especially with my barbecue, because I like my meat well done, so sometimes it takes a little while.
That's because she's still chewing.
Shut up. It is very rare for me to go to a restaurant and my food is not sizzling. When you guys come to Korea, not if, when, you definitely have to go to a local market because you can see the people putting all the ingredients together right there in front of your face. It is an amazing sight to behold. And honestly, these are just a few things that I love about being in Korea. I can go on and on, but these are some of the things that come to mind. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. All of this food talk is like getting me super hungry. If you guys like following my antics, please throw the like button into oblivion until it drops up the earth rings on a twice day. But until then, I will see you guys next time.